Hello and welcome back to the second episode of this mission. We are about to place this fisherman hut. Just to get some of it ready, we can maybe have a farm here. Maybe have it a little further up, like that. And then have the field here, because they will cut this area pretty quick. Maybe cut this area for wood first. This guy can cut over here, because this guy will be cutting this area. Then they should be set up to be able to work for a while. Our biggest problem right now is coal. What if we set that? No. Need it a little further up, I think, something like that. Then we don't have room for another one. So like that. And I don't know. I think we should just do a single one then. Just do it like that. And expand and see if we can see more of the mountain. I think this is fine. He will probably not try to expand in this direction here, or if he do, he can't really get any further because of the stone. And we can just cut the stone up here if we need stone, so I think that is fine. We should do bows, and we should do a barracks and a medium residence, as I talked about before. Would probably be good. We can do it right up against the border like that. Then continue to check the mountain, see if there's anything interesting. But maybe we're just gonna have to rely on magic for this one. Hopefully we can find some islands and banish the enemy to them, or banish them into the middle of our ally down here, but he doesn't really have any units, so that would probably be bad. He's also expanding up there, and there's stone up there, so maybe he will be fine. Not really any raw materials here, so that's a bit annoying. I've been thinking a little bit about the AI in this game, because as a child I used to think it was very hard to beat, but then I sort of got the hang of it about some of the things the AI would do, like spread out the troops, and if you are not defending towers, they would come and try to take those towers. But if you, like I do right now, keep the troops here within a certain distance of the towers I have, then they are not very willing to attack. And also the fact that this AI, if they run out of stone here, then they just stop working, because they don't know that they can just demolish buildings and get stone out and such. So they should have had some sort of code built in there, so they will know when they are about to run out of troops, and they should know that there's stone up here maybe, and go for them before that happens. Maybe a little bit more like a human's decision making when it comes to being strategic. But of course this game is more than 10 years old, 20 years old maybe. No, not 20. 15 maybe. Something like that. So of course programming an AI at that time didn't have to be so sophisticated. And they're both occupied, that's good. So let's check if we can get it closer to there, or maybe we should consider... Yeah, we should do this, definitely. Definitely have a waterworks up against the water there, because that could be the only water we have. Okay, we have some water out here as well, so we need to bring pioneers over here to see if we can get some buildings up there. But if we can't, then this will be our second option for water. So we should consider either doing a waterworks and then a farm if there's room for it. But if there's not room for it, then the waterworks will have first priority. So that farm is working, and how are we doing for resources? We have the second sawmill up and running, so that means we can probably do another farm like this, no problem. And do a quick check here. What do we have room for? I think something like that will be fine. Let's just do a quick check. No, okay. Then we will just do it like this. That will give us bread, so we can more reliably make soldiers. Did we manage to make any? I didn't really check that. And having all our iron stacked up at this guy is probably not the most efficient, but that's just the way it is right now. We do have a lot of stone, and right now we have a lot of people. What don't we have a lot of? 11 builders and diggers, that's okay-ish. But we should consider doing something about that if we want to have a big economy. But then again, if this is the only mountain we can get access to, then it's a bit hard to do that. Like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of mountain out here. We should maybe do a spy, just to have a better look at the stuff out there. Maybe also check this mountain down here. Is that... oh, okay, that's gems, so we should probably consider doing that. Okay, we are starting to get troops because we have bows now, and I don't think we had that before. We also have gems over here, that's also good to know. But gems is not really a priority right now because we want to be defensive. Maybe there's something in this mountain he can use. He have made units, so he is pretty defended unless he actually filled this tower up, which he did. And he's having his farm over there instead of here. Okay. Oh, okay, that's actually a pretty good area. So an iron mine here and then maybe a coal mine here. Something like that. And then we can have the farming area here right up against the swamp. For some reason that is always flat enough to support wheat. And we are not really using our resources, our building materials. So we should consider building more stuff. We can have him here and then he will walk around there. It will be slow, but it will be pretty cheap. So then we can maybe do the farm here and have his field below there. Ah, okay, that area is pretty bad. Maybe we should try to flatten it. But we don't have anything small enough to put in between. But at some point we will get rid of this building and maybe this building, and then we can maybe flatten it a little more. The question is if it is good enough. Just gonna see if we can do something like that. I don't know if there's an optimal amount of farms. Oh, okay, we have been playing for a while now. I've not really been looking at the time. So I will probably do some cutting. Normally I would stop the video and all that around 20 something minutes. But I've been too caught up with it right now. Concentrating on trying to make this work. I forgot how challenging the Egyptian campaign is. Okay, so we do have some mountain out here, that's good to know. And that means we need some more pioneers to get over there and take it. So yeah, let's squeeze it in there. And looking at our resources, we could also do some of these guys. Maybe just do it here instead. And just forget this one. Gonna be a logistic problem to carry things this distance. Gonna be a lot better to have them there. And only one of them have to be permanent, so actually none of them have to be permanent. We can delete both of them, it's not really that big a problem. But this area is a bit steep, so we can do some wood cutting here and maybe do some things below there. We'll see. But we should pioneer this area and get some more coal going. And some more iron going from this area. We're also gonna have to think about more iron at some point. We have a good little amount of troops here. Not anything too offensive to be a threat, but not small enough food to be easy to take over. So I think we are in a good spot right now. So that means we should probably think about supporting our ally down here. The question is if we should send him troops directly or if we should support his economy in another way. So far we are a bit in the same position with the fact that we need food for our miners. But he have food systems up and running while yeah, we also have that, but our grain farm is not really mature enough to do that. This guy has just started working pretty much. We can do another one here. Basically, what I end up doing as Egyptian is always to okay, I have extra space, put down grain farms. That is the way to play, I would say. And we have a lot of resources. So we just need, maybe we need some more shovels. That could maybe be good. Did we? Yeah, we did plant the large residence. That is all dug out and ready to go. We can do like that. And just do a single gem mine there. That will be good enough. Then we can do a iron mine here. So, pretty much just playing the waiting game at this point. What do we have? We have fish raiding. I think we have some good fishermen. We can squeeze in more if we need. We could also do there, but I guess we should just do it up here instead. We can do one here and one here. That will be a good amount, and once we start getting the bread, we should be able to save up some fish and do our magical spell thing. Where do we want to do that? I guess we can pretty much do it against there, but I think this is fine. Let's just continue pioneering down here. Still not made any more weapons. How are we looking for people? We are at 0 now, so that's a thing we should keep in mind. Right now we probably don't need to pioneer in this area. We need to wait for our settlers from the big residence. These guys over here can... These guys can continue, so can these guys. These guys can walk up and get converted. You can continue. How are we looking now? Still 0, okay. This one is coming up. This one will solve our problems. We just need to have the people to bring the stuff to it. And we have made almost all of the shovels we needed, or or the shovels we requested. I mean, we need the grain to be brought to the grain mill, which is not happening right now. We can also plan this one. We can stop this one to make sure there's not being any resources brought to it. That will be a strain on our logistic capabilities. So, producing a lot of wood, also having a lot of wood available, pretty good. We also have a bit of stone. We have 5 stone cutters actively working. These 2 are gonna run out soon, so it's good we have planned this one. And we should also plan one up here to replace those. I think a good amount of stone cutters is about 5. And then just replace them as you go along. That's at least what I do. Or try to do. Sometimes I make more just to have backups. But basically, having 5 having 5 active stonecutters as Egyptian is the same as having 5 sawmills as Asians. So it is pretty cheap compared to that, but also a bit stressing to have to run around the map and look for stones. Much easier in the 4th and the 2nd game, where you could mine for stone. This one is coming up. Need 4 more stones, which are probably gonna happen soon. You can also interrupt everything by doing this. And take it off priority again. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.